Hello YouTube, Jovan here from Imperfect Creations Homestead, Zone 6, Virginia. Welcome to my car. That's right. If you are new to my channel, welcome to the madness. Listen, if you are a parent at all, but especially if you are a single parent, working full-time, homeschooling, homesteading, all the things, then you understand these stolen moments in the car where you get a little work done. Am I right? Listen, I sound a little scraggly today, but if you are new to my channel, I want to welcome you to this beautiful overcast fall day. We hope that something we show here, share here, helps you in your gardening and or homesteading journey. And if you are a return viewer, honey, thank you for coming back one more time, hanging out with us in the unlikeliest of places. So today I want to talk with you a little bit from the car while Mini-Me is in her piano lessons about fall winter garden transition. And I'm a mess. I just need to put that disclaimer out there real quick. I'm a mess, but go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. What you waiting on? We gonna always have a good laugh. We gonna always learn something together. And I'm gonna show you the crazy, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between. So I want to talk to you a little bit about transitioning. Now, I follow quite a few people on YouTube, and everybody has their own spin. And so I'm gonna give you my spin, because my spin is very simple. It's not complicated. It's country, and it's based on my resources. So you base your transition from summer to fall to winter gardening on your resources. That's what I encourage you to do. So what's the first thing that I want to talk to you about? I want to tell you to take a good look around. That's right. Take stock. This is the time to pull out that notepad. And y'all know I got one. I actually have a gardening journal. I started a gardening journal in November 2023. Did I need a gardening journal before that? Absolutely. I have papers that are on a clipboard that I know exactly where they are, but they're not all together. But that gardening journal, oh, I got everything that happened that year, what went right, what went wrong. And that's what I mean by take stock. Take a good look around, take stock. What worked? Baby, this experiment with these tomatoes might have worked a little too well. My goal was to plant 20 tomato plants for the spring and summer, and another 12 for the fall, late summer and fall. Well, we all know, and if you're new here, you know now, I don't like throwing away seedlings. So I planted them all. All that I couldn't give away, I found a home for them. And I ended up with almost 40 tomato plants, y'all. Hines and Hunts, I can now officially say, thank you for your service. I don't need y'all no more this year. I have already put away 4.5 gallon size bags of tomatoes. 4.5. Based on what Mini-Me harvested today and what's still out there coming, it's going to be probably twice that much more being put away. So I've got all the tomatoes we need for all of our tomato products until we get more tomatoes next year. What didn't work? Some of this stuff just didn't grow. The bugs ate it, the animals ate it. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't water it enough, or I watered it too much, or I didn't fertilize it enough, or I didn't fertilize it at the right time. So this is one that kind of worked and kind of did. We got our very first watermelon in 2025. Ever. I've been gardening 11 years. I've never had a watermelon in my hand. Not only did we grow a watermelon, it was big enough to eat and share with the two of us and our neighbor. My neighbor said that watermelon was amazing. My baby loved the watermelon. Watermelon was great. What didn't work, I think I planted at the wrong time. So my plan for 2025 was to direct sow quite a few things. But because I'm in zone 6, direct sowing is hit or miss, because you never know when that frost's gonna creep back in here. And so we were still cold into late April, early May. In fact, we had some snaps into like the third week of May that killed off my seedlings. And so before we went on vacation in June, I had to direct sow those things that I had started by seedlings because the seedlings died. Some of my melons died off. Almost all of my squash died off. Even after transplant, it was just still too cold. So in my zone, I have to take stock and I have to go, this didn't work so well, and then regroup for next year. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer on transplanting things like melons and squash next year. Do we need more onions and garlic for 2026? Baby, that is the question of the day. And the answer is yes, of course. And so what I have done, I have already gone through my seed collection. I've put back my packets that I've had laying everywhere. I've gone through my labels. I've gone through the garden, gathered labels from anything that I've already harvested, taken down, transitioned, put my labels back, put my seed packets back. This is what I have. This is what I used all of it up. And so we got to replace those seed packets. And I have, but that's later on down the list. We'll come back to that. Yes, I need to plant more garlic and more onions. With the garlic, here's my thought. And y'all can tell me if I'm crazy. But I've been getting a piece of a green stalk here and a piece of a green stalk there. And by piece, I pieced it together how I need it, how we want it for our homestead. And my plan, and I'm going to do it because they already at the house and they got to be used. I'm going to plant my garlic in the green stalk this year, y'all. I have 2 shorter towers that are not 3, they're 4, but with the reservoir on top. And that's what my garlic is in. Some kind of way, I'm going to get 84 garlic planted. Now, that's less than I planted this year, but with them being in looser soil, I think that's where I went wrong. I'm going to plant them a little bit later so they can get, that good cold because they sprouted real quick in 2024. We got a lot of garlic, but it was on the small side. Now that I know how best to plant it, now I'm working on when to plant it and where. And so if it work, it work. If it don't, it's okay. That's not the only place I'm planting garlic. I hope y'all realize that by now. A girl will hedge her bets. And so, yeah, most of the garlic is going to be in the green stalk because the bags dried out too much. I think that was the problem with the ones that were the smallest. The best garlic was the garlic that came out of the bed that I built. And so deeper soil, better watered, more fertilizer. Okay, might be onto something there. So take stock. What worked? What didn't? Do you really need 34 tomato plants for 2026? Absolutely. We absolutely do. If we want to continue on this road we on and not have to purchase tomato products, yes, we do need 34 tomato plants. We absolutely do. Varieties, there are no varieties that I will not plant again. But it's 1 or 2 varieties that I'm absolutely planting more of. And one of them is Ukrainian purple. That Ukrainian purple tomato, she has proven that she got a place in Miss J's garden every year. Her and San Marzano gonna stay anyway. Who is it? Baby, what's your name? I'll come back to that because I done forgot to. Oh, that's it. Brandywine Black. Y'all remember? I'll put a picture up there if you don't remember. Over by my pepper bed where my garlic were, I planted, the pepper bed where the garlic were, where we had onions and carrots, spring and summer. That sucker that I keep talking about, I have harvested, I don't know how many tomatoes off that plant. And then over in the main bed where the Brandywine Black came from, that the sucker came from, it's tomatoes everywhere. There are tomatoes all on the canopy. It's tomatoes hanging down. It's tomatoes falling. We got all the tomatoes. And so Brandywine Black and Ukrainian purple are here to stay. Now, we know I'm always going to grow beefsteak and super beefsteak and Rutgers. Every year, September is when they start putting on all the fruit. Dr. Witchy's is another one that's coming on with it now that it has cooled off. But you know who out there cutting up? Mini-Me went out there and harvested today, y'all. That mushroom basket tomato, it's got like 12 tomatoes out there and they're not little. Okay? I harvested the mortgage lifter. That's the biggest tomato I've ever grown in my life. So it's quite a few varieties that will always have a place in my garden. But I need to hurry up down this list because it's already been 10 minutes. Okay, number 2. I need y'all to listen to me real good. Don't be trifling and trash it. and leave them dirty trays. Wash your seed trays. Clean a little bit at a time. If you like me and you absolutely loathe washing dishes, wash a little bit at a time, okay? Wash some trays here, wash some trays there, scrub a little bit here, sweep a little bit there. Get the soil out of there. Dump the soil in a bed, in a pot, in a container or grow bag, but wash your seed trays. Remove old and dead plants. Don't leave them plants laying out there like that, y'all. Don't do that. Don't do that. Harvest your food. Once you've harvested everything and you done with that plant, take these things called snips and cut right down there at the soil level. But be careful. If you still got warm days, you might want to snatch it on up by the root and shake that soil off. I know somebody fussing at me right now. Girl, don't snatch that thing up by the root. You taking all them microorganisms with it. Shake the soil off. Shake the soil off. Leave them little microbes down in there. But get rid of them old and dead plants. Preserve what you harvest, either now or later. I'm not getting ready to make tomato sauce and paste and ketchup and salsa and marinara and all of that right now. Why? Because I'm busy. I'm a mom. I'm a full-time employee. I'm a homesteader. I'm a gardener. I'm tired. I'm 5'4", and because I'm just not. So my stuff is going in the freezer. It's going in the dehydrator. It's strung up on twine in the kitchen, in the hallway. It's laid out on the table. Do what you got to do to start that preservation process. Don't let that food go to waste. You done spend all this time and money and resources growing this food. Preserve your food. All right. Number 3, feed your future self and your future garden. What did I say? Feed your future self and your future garden. If you don't get out there and amend that soil, top that soil off. Compost is cheap right now. You know why? Because they need this stuff out the way to get them Christmas gifts in. Top off your soil. I think Minnie is coming out of her piano lesson. Yes, she is. I'll come back to y'all. Hold that thought. All right, YouTube, I'm back. Different day, same car. My baby's in martial arts. I'm still a little hoarse, but we gonna press on with this video. I'm gonna use the voice I got. Number 3, we talked about topping off your soil and feeding your future self and your future garden. We didn't talk about it. I just stated it, and then Minnie was coming out of piano practice. What do I mean? Utilize your mulch, whether that's green mulch, and those are beans, peas, especially fava beans, things like that are going to feed your soil. You grow them for the express purpose of chopping them down and mixing them into your soil. Green mulch. Use leaf mulch. It's fall. Look around. Leaves are falling. I am certain that you have neighbors or somebody you know that have leaves falling, and they would love for you to come pick them up. Baby, go to Dollar Tree. Get you a box of those big black trash bags, the lawn care bags, and go and buy some of your neighbors' houses and pick up those leaves. That's mulch. Them. You want to top off that bed and then put them leaves on top of it, future self and future garden will thank you. Use straw. Use wood chips. Use compost, finished or not finished, because those beds, you're not about to plant in them right now. That compost and that straw and that mulch is going to sit for, 4 or 5 months? I'm in zone 6. It's the beginning of October. I won't be planting in those beds again until at the earliest, very late February. That stuff is going to break down. Okay? All right. If the bed is or won't be used, then feed it and cover it. Okay? That's number 3. Number 4, it's the beginning of October. I got at least 2.5-ish weeks before our first light frost. I checked my weather again this morning. I would encourage you, if you don't already follow the weather, use an app like Weather Channel or AccuWeather. I prefer AccuWeather. It's a little more accurate. But look ahead 2 or 3 weeks and see what's coming. What's coming for me is 36 degrees. And if it's 36 degrees in my area, 9 times out of 10 up in my yard, tucked back in that little corner, it's going to be 31, 32, which means what? Frost. Right. So you still have time. If you're in 7 or above, if you're warmer, maybe go and drop some more seeds. That's number 4. Drop more seeds. Time is on your side. There is still time. You can plant things like kale, collards, mustards. You can do root crops like carrots and radishes. You can do beets. You can do parsnips. Now, y'all, I've never to this day been able to grow a parsnip. I've grown something that tried to be a parsnip, but I ain't grown a parsnip. But I would encourage you, if you like parsnips, go and try to grow your parsnip. You can plant pak choi. You can plant more beans and peas. If you in, these higher zones like zone 8 and 9, y'all still got, y'all first frost, what, late November, early December? Baby, plant you some more food. You still got time. Number 5, pare down, okay? Now, I know I just encouraged you to plant some more food, but what I didn't tell you was to get out there and act like it's summer, okay? Don't plant in every bed you got. Don't plant in every pot you got. Why? Because that hawk is coming. She might not be here yet, but she coming. Ooh, y'all, it's a little warm in this car. I'm gonna have to crack that window. And I'm sorry, y'all might hear the noise outside. It's a little busy area where my baby does martial art. But anyway, pare down. What do I mean? I've got roughly 11 raised beds, I think, at this point, and they're not all big. They're not all the same size. They're not all made out of the same material. I've got probably 50 grow bags, pots, containers. We don't talk about how many green stalks I have, but if y'all seen that warehouse sale, that clearance, baby, you better go get your green stalk. I got mini-me squirrel moment, but very, very much needed squirrel moment. I got mini-me a 5-tier original depth basket weave green stalk for $59.15. Your girl got her baby a green stalk. She already had a 3-tier. Now, if I put that 3-tier with that 5-tier, do you know what that turns into? 2 4-tier green stalks. That's more her height. She gonna be real tall. She is. Y'all seen her beside me. The baby, she getting taller and taller every day. But anyway, when I say pare down, I'm going to be growing in my 2 green stalks, my kale, my spinach, maybe a few lettuces, definitely some more Swiss chard. I'm not going to plant in all my raised beds. In fact, I'm only going to plant in probably 2 or 3 of my raised beds. My bags, I've already planted the last of the things in my bags that I plan on planting for this year. And that's my root vegetables. When they're done, the bags are done. They'll be topped off with leaves. I've still got bags of leaves in my backyard that my neighbor put up for me last year. Right. So pare down. Act like the cold is coming, because it is. Even if you're in zone 10, in about 2 or 3 months, it's going to be cold. And do you really want to be venturing way out into the far reaches of your garden trying to harvest? No, you don't. You absolutely do not. So, pare down. The cold is coming. All right, y'all. Number 6. Number 6 is a big one. And I know lots of people talk about number 6. But let me just give you the lowdown on how I do number 6. Number 6. Listen to me real good. Come close to the screen. No, come close to the screen. My breath don't stink. It don't. Come close. Plan for spring now. I didn't say now. I said now. Plan for it now. And here's why. Everything is on sale and clearance now. I just told y'all I bought my baby a whole entire 5-tier original depth green stalk for $59.15, right? Right. So soil is on sale and clearance. Seeds, they basically giving the seeds away. And do you know why? Because people who sell seeds, who produce those packets, they are not allowed to sell 2025 seeds in 2026. I'm pretty sure somebody out there finding a way around it. However, go on to your local nursery, your local feed and seed. Go to your big box store. Go to Walmart. I got seeds from Walmart for 50 cents a pack. In my gardener, we don't want to talk about how many packs of seeds on the way here now, but I got them. And here's how I knew what I needed. Organize the seeds you already have before you clear out that online store or buy out that nursery inventory. I sat down with my whole seed collection. I have these photo boxes from Michaels. That's the other thing getting ready to go on sale and clearance. Regular price, I think they're $40. But every year, coming up around this time and later, they're going to be on sale for $14 or $15. If you got seed packets everywhere, get you one of them photo boxes. So I have 2 photo boxes, and I have a folder that has the laminated pages and pockets in it. I went through all of the seed packets that I had completely used up. I didn't throw those packets away. And here's why. I wanted to take stock of my inventory. I wanted to know what I had more of, what I was completely out of, what I needed to buy more of, what worked, what didn't work. We talked about that in number 1. If I planted something this year and it just did not work, I'm not buying anymore. If I planted something this year and it worked wonderfully, but I used up all my seeds, I've already bought some more. Or I'm on a watch list because somebody else bought them up. But will you need new containers? Will you need new seed trays? Will you need hoses or sprayers or raised beds? What do you need for next year to ensure that your garden thrives? You can't account for everything, but what you can do is plan. Does your existing space still work? Now, I want to back up a moment and talk about seed trays, y'all, because this is something near and dear to my heart. Like so many other gardeners, when I first started gardening, I didn't know anything about seed trays. I planted directly in whatever container I was going to grow in. For some things that worked. Your bigger seeds, like your squashes and your melons. Them smaller seeds, like tomatoes and lettuces, that didn't work so well. Them seeds got washed every which way. Seed trays. If you are serious about gardening and you want better seed trays than what you get at the Dollar Tree or Walmart, you know that flimsy plastic that falls apart? Now is the time to get your seed trays. Why? Because they on clearance. I know, because I just got my baby one. I got her. It's from Greenstock too. And I'm no respecter of company. There are some companies I will never buy from again, and I won't mention them on here. But I'm no respecter of company. If you have quality products, and I try my best to get things made here in the USA. I believe in supporting small businesses, U.S. jobs, Black-owned businesses, brown-skin-owned businesses. I try to support right here at home first. I don't have no problem ordering from overseas, but I try to support right here first. That being said, Greenstock warehouse clearance sale, whatever they're calling it, also have seed trays and trays to put those trays in, to bottom water and to carry. You can even use that tray to harvest. So find you some seed trays, some quality ones. Now is the time to get them. Y'all, please excuse me. My alarm went off. I have an alarm for life. What I was saying is, if you can only afford to get a 6-pack of seed trays right now, baby, get you that 6-pack. They on sale for like $8 right now at Greenstock. I wish I had time to pull up my receipt, but they're super cheap right now. Get you that 6-pack of trays. Bootstrap Farmer, also high quality seed trays. What's the baby's name over California? Kevin and Jar. Epic Gardening. Really good seed trays. And again, I'm not gonna call myself cheap. I'm gonna call myself a good steward. I'm a good steward over my coin. My coin got to stretch because I got this, 5-foot plus 9-year-old who is growing, exponentially, feel like every hour. And my coins have to stretch to be able to house and clothe and feed and all the things. Imagine if you had 6 or 7 of her, baby, even two. Make your coin stretch. Look online, look around, go to these stores, see what's on clearance and on sale, and get it now. Do you need more labels? Do you need row covers? Do you need chicken wire? Do you need landscape cover? Do you need stakes? Do you need trellises? Are you going to need cattle panels next year? Think ahead and plan. I told y'all this is a big one, so I'm spending a minute here. This past fall, man, I can't believe it's fall again already. If you followed my channel, even if you're new and you're just looking back through the videos, I took on a humongous project last year and didn't finish, but I got enough finished where we grew some food this year. I did a garden overhaul. Did I take everything down and start over? Absolutely not. Who got time for that? I not 5'4" me. 5'8", 120-pound me probably could have did the thing. But short, stout me, she ain't have all that kind of energy, and she almost 50, so we don't do that. But anywho, I overhauled my garden space. I worked with my HOA. I put my application in. I looked around to see, okay, this is the space I have. These are the issues I'm having. Not only with growing food, but with flooding and water runoff and erosion and just all the things. And so I came up with a plan after much research and drawing and erasing and all the things. This is what I would like to do in my backyard. And I got almost say 85% of the way to that goal, which means when it cools down a little more in another 2 weeks, I'm gonna be back out there finishing that project. Look ahead, my friends. Please, please, please look ahead. Is your garden how you're going to want it in the middle of June next year when it's blazing hot? I don't think it was blazing hot in my area in June, but y'all get my drift. Are there containers that are on their last leg? I had grow bags that animals dug up through and just dug holes in them. I have pots that I've been gardening in since 2014. Those pots are now dry rotting. They are done. They're saying sayonara. My cage area, I built that 2 years ago. Eventually that wood is going to rot. So I'm making plans in my head to replace that with, you guessed it, cattle panels, metal, something that's going to hang around a little longer. So in my mind, when I see T-posts on sale, I'm going to grab 2 or 3 of them, put them to the side, grab 2 or 3 more, put them to the side, grab cattle panel, because that wood is going to be replaced with metal. That's what I mean by plan ahead. Look at your current space. Look at your current inventory, your current setup. Is it working for you? Can you realistically take a small part of it and improve it for your next growing season? Are you growing new crops? Child, listen, I told y'all in them first couple of bullet points, it's some things I'm going to be growing from here on out. Certain varieties of tomatoes, certain varieties of peppers. Let me tell y'all something about them peppers. My peppers went nuts this year. We've already discussed that. February 1st is going to be the start date for me to get very healthy, off to the races peppers. But there are certain varieties that I don't want to grow no more. And shishito is one of them. This was my first year growing shishito. I didn't get a sweet shishito at all. All of them were spicy. Every last one of them. In fact, if I got a chance to turn orange or red, and I love spicy food, but a red shishito, baby, she on a different level of hot. She different. And it's not even that it's like super hot. It just lingers for no reason. And so unless my baby just begs and pleads, I'm not growing shishito peppers anymore. But you know who gonna always have a place at my house, pepper-wise? Habanada and Jimmy Nardello. Jimmy Nardello are some of the sweetest, fruitiest peppers I've ever had in my life. It was like nirvana in my mouth. I'm not a foodie or anything, but I'm a country girl and I was raised on good food. Jimmy Nardello sweet peppers have a place on Imperfect Creations homestead until the Lord Jesus himself comes. Y'all hear me? I'm gonna keep them seeds. And yes, I saved them. Bow it to the people. Habanada peppers. Oh, I thought they was good at first. But once you let them get a little age on them, you let them get that deep orange, rich color. Ooh, tastes like candy. Yes, it does. Okay, so I'm gonna plant more of those next year. Eggplant, also got that right, finally. And the key, plant it early. Start it in the house. Let it get a little size on it. Put it out there in the pot with the pepper. Give it some space. Don't plant it in the pot with the pepper and the tomato. Plant it with just the pepper and some basil or some sage and some leeks. It's protected. It's giving fruit. Hey, we had some more of that honey garlic glazed eggplant 2 weeks ago that I was telling y'all about. Tomato, Super Sweet 100. I will never again plant more than 2 of those. Okay, I messed up. That was my bad. When they say Super Sweet 100, baby, they mean Super Sweet 100. You're going to get 100 tomatoes off each plant. And if you try to prune her and tell her she's not going to give you 100 tomatoes, use a lie. You're going to take these tomatoes. And so here's where I messed up. I planted my 2 for spring and summer. And I thought she wasn't going to produce that much. Well, it was hot, baby. It was hot. I have harvested, I know, 40 of those little tomatoes in the last week alone. So I got 2 more that I started for the late summer fall, y'all. Where am I going to put all these tomatoes? Where am I going to put them? In the freezer. That's where I'm going to put them. I'm not going to fuss about a harvest. I'm just not. I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful. Lord, please hear me when I say I'm grateful. But next year, I'll only be planting 2 of those, and I'm going to give them all the space because they took over the bed. That leads us to number 7. Number 7, buy cheap and in bulk. And that's why I said, yes, you heard me. Plan for spring now. That was number 6. Number 7, buy cheap and in bulk. You heard me right. Buy cheap and in bulk. Why? There are certain things that you just gonna use and need. I don't care what season it is, whether you growing a tomato or lettuce. You're going to need soil. You're going to need compost. You're going to need fertilizer. You're going to need containers, bags, raised beds. You're going to need a trowel, one of them little claws, you know. You're going to need watering cans. You're going to need stakes, trellises, vermiculite, perlite if you're mixing your own soil like I try my best to do, especially for indoor use. Now, for outside, I don't mind going to get me a bag of pre-mixed soil that come with fertilizer already in it. I'm going to add some more fertilizer. But for indoors, I've already got my cocoa coir for next year. Why did I switch back to cocoa coir? 1, because I got it on sale throughout the year. Clearance at the beginning of this year and end of last year. And now I'm stocking up. Also, I don't think I liked the madness going on in my green stalk with that peat moss. It could have just been me. As I understand it, peat moss is a little more acidic. And maybe I didn't mix the right things in my soil. Maybe I didn't add enough compost to the peat moss. I don't know. But I'm going back to cocoa coir for my indoor uses and whatever on sale for outside. Now, I am currently, and y'all put it in the comments, if you have green stalks and you have a very light, fluffy, high quality soil that you would recommend, I'm on the hunt now for soil for my green stalks. Now, y'all, don't judge me. I've been squirreling coins away here and there and paying things off and squirreling coins and paying things, stretching. I don't want to talk about how many green stalks I have now, but I talked about it earlier in the video and I'm going to say it again. Here's where you make your budget and your resources work for you and not against you. I had a decent garlic harvest this year, but I want more because I go through quite a bit of garlic. I cook with garlic all the time. I use garlic in these tonics or teas to help with help with respiratory illnesses like I have now. I hadn't had so much garlic this week, baby. It's probably coming out my pores. But in planning ahead, in taking stock, in making my budget and resources work, I know I don't want to plant garlic 2025 like I did in 2024. I said it right. You plant the garlic the year before you harvest it. So when I planted garlic last year in 2024, even though I had built a bed specifically for it, I wasn't happy with that space. I wanted bigger space. And so I planted garlic in places that it probably wasn't the best place to plant it. And it affected my harvest. It affected the size of my bulbs. It affected the quality of them when I cured them, when I processed them. And so thinking ahead, I took advantage of every sale green stalk had this year. And baby, I mean, I worked it. So let me fix something from earlier in the video. I looked in my boxes, and this is what I did earlier in the year. I purchased a 7-tier plus 1 extra tier. And I also purchased a 5-tier plus 1 extra tier. And that's what gave me those 84 pockets for my garlic. Well, with this warehouse clearance sale that they're having, I was able to get another 5 or 7 tier. I really can't remember, and don't hold me to it. But it was $74. I got it. So you know what's going in that green stalk? Some more garlic. So that's 84. I'm going to say 30. I'm going to say it was 5 tier. That is 114 garlic, right? Yeah, 114 garlic. That's more than I planted last year. And with them having lighter, fluffier soil, dedicated space, dedicated watering and fertilizing, I'm expecting
Please don't hit those people. Y'all almost saw a wreck just now. This lady looking at me. Why does... Come on back, Jay. Come on back. I'm expecting a higher quality harvest of garlic in 2026. I just am. I'm going to go ahead and claim it now because I've made the plan. So, let me go back through that list with y'all real fast, and then we're going to end this video because it got right lengthy, didn't it? These are the 7 tips that Jovan from Imperfect Creations Homestead in Zone 6, Virginia, is sharing with you that she is using, put in place, whatever you want to say. These are mine. This is my opinion for my fall winter garden transition. I'm a mess. Okay, that's the title of this list. 1, take stock. Take a good look around. What worked, what didn't work, what you need to change, what don't need to change. Stay the course, all that good stuff. Number 2, for real. For real, for real. I know I spent a minute on this. Clean a little at a time. Don't leave your garden looking a mess. Spring you will thank you. I promise you he or she will. Number 3, feed your future self and your future garden. Baby, top off that soil. Top it off and cover it up. Put the beds to bed. Put the bags to bed. Put the containers to bed. If you're not going to use them, prepare them now and put them to bed. Number 4, time is on your side, baby. Drop some more seeds. Baby, drop them seeds. Hurry up before the hot weather leave. Yes, time is on your side. Drop some more seeds. Number 5, act like the cold is coming. Even if it's not coming real fast like it's coming up on me. If your cold is coming later, it's okay. She's still coming. Pare down. Don't force December you to have to go out in the backyard by the gate that's 90 feet away to get some lettuce. You could walk right out the door, 3 steps, and harvest lettuce. Okay? Do yourself that favor. Pare down. Number 6. What did I say? Plan for spring now. I don't think I need to go any further on that because I said it real good. Organize while it's cool and slower. Say it with me. Organize while it's cool and slower. Next time you in the store, any store, hear my voice saying that. Organize while it's cool and slower. And last but not least, number 7, you heard me right. Buy cheap and in bulk, whether that's soil, fertilizer, seeds, containers, seed trays, watering can, gloves. I knew I forgot something. Let me write that down, y'all. Excuse me 1 minute, because as hard as I am on those pickers I showed y'all that I use in my garden from Dollar Tree, I tease my baby. I say, your feet eat holes in your shoes. And it's true. It's true. That girl go through slippers like they ain't no tomorrow. But her mama go through gloves like that. I don't know how many pairs of gloves I bought this year, but you know how many are left? The last 2 pair that I bought and ain't used yet, everybody else is torn up. Fingers all torn out the gloves. This little meat part right here missing out the gloves. The gloves, the material has peeled back, baby. I be out there working in that garden. But we got food. I got a little clip I'm going to put up for y'all today before this video even comes out. I am making vegetable broth or vegetable stock from bits and pieces of vegetables. As I was chopping vegetables, I didn't throw them bits and pieces away. I tucked them in a freezer bag. I pulled all of that stuff out today, and I have 2 very large pots of vegetable broth or vegetable stock that I'm going to can this evening when this little girl come out of martial arts class. Won't he do it? So this video done gone on way longer than I ever intended it to. I'm not crazy. I'm mentally spicy. But I can grow a little food. So, going about y'all business. Love you dearly. I hope and pray that your garden is doing amazing, that you are enjoying these cooler temperatures. If your temperatures ain't cooled off yet, I'm going to pray for you because I'm sick of summer. I'm probably going to regret those words in about 8 to 12 weeks. But right now, I am loving the 45 degrees that I'm waking up to. That's right, 45. But anyway, listen, from our heart to yours, from our family to yours, God bless, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.